Hello and welcome to CIS 284 Network Security class. Today we're going to be doing a hands-on project at the end of chapter 8 on page 338. I'm Dustin Burrell, by the way. In this project we're going to examine various methods that attackers use to exploit vulnerable web-based applications. To complete this exercise, we will use a bad store, a deliberately insecure web-based application designed for educational purposes. Bad Store is available from the Bad Store website at www.badstore.net. To complete this exercise, you will need to download the Bad Store ISO and set it up to run on a virtual environment. This setup is outside the scope of this exercise. Note that Bad Store is a vulnerable application by design. It should only be set up to run in a test environment, not in uh, not in a production environment on the internet. So first of all, here's my Bad Store machine right here, and we're gonna start this all over from scratch. Actually, I'm just gonna show you. This is what it looks like after you get it downloaded. This is how it looks when you start it. You're gonna come to this command window. It'll go through all the commands and configurations of what you need to know. And then to get the address to save it, we type if config. Type if config, and then it'll show up this address. And this is the address that you're going to want to remember, 192.168.0.13, or whatever address it gives you right here. So then you would go down and go to Notepad. See if I have it already. Right click the Notepad and run it as administrator. Yes, we want to run it. And then open your file. Go down to your C disk. Where the heck that went? It's going to show up here in a second. Oh, actually, I'm already there. I'm already where I need to be to get there, but I'd like to show you guys how to get there. So let's see here, Windows. There we go. So this is how you would start from scratch. Go back. Then you'd be at your computer. Open up the computer. Go to your C drive right here. Go to Windows. And then go to System 32. In System 32, go to Drivers. And then etc. Then go to All Files. Click beside the host. And this is where you would type it, 192.168.0.13 www.badstore.net. Type it right underneath there. Click out of here, and I've already saved mine, so I should be good. So then we'll go to our web browser. Let's just click out of here real quick, then go to the web browser. And we're going to go www.badstore.net. And as you can see, it pulls it up. Now, if you don't get this pulled up correctly, that means that you saved it incorrectly. Well, my problem was I stuck on this step for about an hour. And I wasn't saving it in the host file, which I should have. Host text, actually, which is in the etc. folder. Mine was going back to my documents, so I wasn't getting here to my next step. So, you should see the front of the page of the website, which we do see. Note that the site greets you as unregistered user. One of the most basic methods of attack against website involves the use of SQL injection. Attackers can leverage SQL injections to inflict damage, gain unauthorized access to an application, or create new users and subsequently grant those users, i.e., themselves, unauthorized privileges. Click on the Login Registration tab right here. In the site menu, in the Log On to Your Account section, enter let's see here. It looks like an apostrophe, and then or 1 equals 1, and then an apostrophe. No, wait, then or space or apostrophe. So apostrophe space or space 1 equals 1 space or apostrophe as the email address field, as shown in 817 in your book. Now we're going to click login, and look at that. Note that the greeting has changed from unregistered user to test user. Now we are a test user, indicating that the SQL injection was successful. Frequently, attackers gain information about an application via error messages. Click the magnifying glass icon in the Quick Item Search. Being careful to leave the search field blank, as displayed in Figure 818, the application returns an error message that provides valuable information about the structure of one of the tables being used in the database. Attackers can use this information to make informed guesses about the names and structures of the other tables used by the application. As you can see, it says no items matched your criteria search. Now, attackers can also gain information about an application by viewing a web page's source code. Click the Login Register again. In the site menu, after the page loads, right-click the page and choose the option to view the source. View the page source. I believe, yeah. Let me make sure. View the source code. So as we're using the code right here, copy the source code and paste it into a new document in a text editor. Okay. So let's copy all this. I'm not gonna, well, I guess I'll just copy it to here. And then put it in a new text editor, but copy the source code and paste it into a new text editor in text editor. I'm going to name this folder Bad Store. Inside here, we're going to make a text. New text document. And we're going to save it. Let's call it I'm gonna see what I want to call it here. I'll say Hotmail code. Gonna sign here. Paste it. Paste all the code. Take a few minutes to examine the code. Toward the bottom of the code, you will see the section that allows users to register for a new account. Careful observation will show that the form has a hidden input value. The hidden value has the name role and a value of you. Although you cannot be certain at this point, it seems reasonable to think that these attributes set the new user account with user access. It may be possible to escalate privileges to administrator by changing the value from you to A. To test this theory, we will need to submit the form with this changed value. Most attackers will use some type of proxy application such as Paros to trap and change values like this in transit. However, for this exercise, we will make the changes manually to the source code, then load the modified source code in a browser and execute it. In text editor, which I just realized I'm going to have to get rid of all this and make sure I get all the code in here. So just a second here. We'll get rid of all this. Okay. Let me go back and get my code right here. There we go. Copy all this so we make sure we do it right. And let's see here. Where was I? There's my. Okay. In the text editor, change the value from U to A. I gotta find that value real quick. Right there is where they're talking about. We got value U, and we're gonna change it to value A, as shown in figure 819. There we go. Input type equals hidden on his. My input type is submit name register value A. And I'm just going to double check that's the right place to do it. I'm pretty sure. Value login. Right here it's saying edit hidden value. I'm not sure if that's in the okay, now let me just read the next step. In order for this Hotmail to communicate with the server, it is necessary to change the action value associated with the post command for this form. Search the code until you find the text register for a new account, which is right up here. Behind that text is the beginning of the form command that creates the new user account. Edit the action value. Edit the action value by adding HTTP. Wait a second here. Let me find an action value right here. Adding HTTP IP address of bad store in front of the CGI bin. Okay, so I need to enter it right here. HTTP colon, and then another forward slash, two forward slashes, and then 192.168.0.13. That is my bad store IP address. In front of the forward slash CGI bin bad store CGI action equals register value present. When done, your code should look like what is shown. We got form method post action equals http 192 dot yeah. Okay. I am okay. Cool. That switched for me, and that's good. Because I was thinking down here, this isn't right unless it switches to hidden, but it did, so that's good. And then save the Hotmail code as a file using the Hotmail extension. Okay, so save it. We're gonna have to go save as and do a Hotmail. Oh no, not that Hotmail extension. It'll let me. Save the Hotmail code as a file using HTML extension. Save it. Open the saved file in a web browser. Enter illegal admin in the full name field. Okay. So we're going to go to a web browser. Open the saved file in a web browser. Enter illegal admin in the full name field. crook@badstore.net in the email address field. Okay, so let's go find this file that we just did. Okay, notepad here. Go to open. And then here's the Hotmail code text. And the file name. Open that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hold on a second here. File, open. Do you want to save the changes to... No, don't save. File, open. Gotta find this Hotmail. Okay, so save the Hotmail code as a file using the Hotmail extension. Open the saved file in a web browser. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on a sec. I think I was doing this wrong. So I need to go back here to my web browser where I was with badstore.net. Log into your account or register for a new account. Open the saved file in a web browser. Enter illegal admin in the full name field. Okay. Let me find this again. Open. File Explorer. Okay, there it is. Open this Hotmail code. Okay. In a web browser. It took me to Opera. Of course, it's trying to get there. It's almost there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to copy this. Take it to Google. Get out of Opera. Okay. Okay. See what it does if we refresh it. Looks like it definitely needs to be refreshed. Come on. Okay. So we got to put illegal admin. Then the email admin's address is going to be crook at badstore.net. And our password is going to be crook. Sorry it took me so long to figure that out. What's your favorite color? And then click register. As we click register, hey, there we go. My website's back. As we hit register, in the upper left corner of the web page, note that you are logged in as an illegal user. The illegal admin right here. Now we will determine that this user has administrative privileges. To do this, we will engage in basic URL manipulation. URL manipulation is the act of changing values in a website's URL, submitting the changes to the web server, and observing what happens. Currently, the URL is http :// the IP address in front of the CGI bin bad store CGI action equals register. To manipulate with this URL, replace register with admin and submit the page to the server. You are now taken to the secret admission menu as shown in 822. The figure also shows what the manipulated URL should look like. Okay, so remember when we manipulated this code? Let's copy and paste this real quick. Or actually, I believe we could just go back here to our bad store, wherever it is. Okay. Go here to one of our text. It's either this one. No, it's not that one. Maybe it's this one. No. Okay, hold on. Get out of here. Don't need to be doing that. Alright, just a sec. I'm gonna figure this out. Windows. And then System 32. And we're gonna go to drivers. Etc. And then host is where we were. No, actually we need to make a brand new file. Okay, get out of this. Alright. Then you go back to my bad star. Back to bad store. Make a file here. Well, you know what? Just to make it easier, I'm just gonna make another notepad. Paste all that. Oh, come on. I have more than that. Paste it here on notepad. There we go. And now we're gonna do a little bit of manipulating to this instead of it being register. Okay, let's see here. God. To do this, we will engage in our our basic URL manipulation web server observing what happens. Currently, the URL is http name, full name, register. Boy, if I could just find this again. HTTP forward IP address CGI and I figure out how to get back to this thing. Take a few minutes to examine. God, I hate that thing. Okay, just a sec. I'm trying to figure out where I go. Take a few minutes, examine, copy this source code, login register, copy this code. Okay, HTTPI address. Let me find it on here real quick. Name, Register for a new account. There it is right there. Action. Okay. So line 89 pretty much. Register for a new account. Wherever that is at on here. You gotta be here somewhere. Register for a new account right here, maybe. Div client. Ah! Gonna pause for a second. Alright, I finally found what part of the code I had to enter admin in. It was driving me nuts. I apologize. It's right here. So I entered it right here. HTTP ://admin before the CGI bin bad store. I saved it. We should be good to go. After you save it, you're now taken to the secret and now manipulate this URL, replace register with admin, and submit the page to the server. Okay, so we're gonna go here, go open this that we just saved. Yeah. Gonna open this in a browser. Actually, that is the wrong one. Hold on just a second here. What the heck? Where did I save that at? Gonna pause. Okay, I finally have gotten to the window that I got to. I had to do it by typing this in. And I've just learned I need to organize a lot of my files because I keep losing my place trying to find this out. So one way is to go find your file if you're well more organized than I am, or you can type in 192.168.013 CGI bin bad store CGI action equals admin. Okay, to figure also shows what manipulated URL should look like. So this is what it is. Where do you want to be taken today? We're in our secret administration menu, which we want to get to. I hate that thing so much. From here, we can effectively function as an application administrator, giving us access to all types of data and functionality. For example, we can now view credit card data by selecting View Sales Report. Let's see here, View Sales Report. Where's that? And clicking Do It. Oh, here's, yeah, oh, okay, sorry, it's right here. The report is shown in 823. Here we go. I'll show it to you guys. There it is right there. Bam, there's your report. Further examination of available menu options shows that we can now reset user passwords, add and delete users, view user details, view technical details about the web server, and create a database backup that we can view in web browser. I apologize, I was getting a little short on this video, but sometimes it's just frustrating. And that is it, and thank you for watching it. And any questions, comments, let me know on my YouTube channel. Thank you.